Clic. Mao. Ça tue, ça blesse, ça flingue. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Mao. Gazo. Clic.
Collective, thank you for joining me today in the ethers. We're going to jump right into your reading. If this resonates with you, please take it for yourself. And if it does not resonate with you, share it with somebody else. This might not be your reading. Who knows, right? This might be someone else reading. Somebody else might need to hear this message. Definitely share. Click like. If you feel like subscribing, subscribe. You know, I was thinking, I don't post all the time. Like I can't do readings every day. I am really a busy person. Like I just got to keep it 100 with you guys. I'm kind of a really busy person, but all week I've been getting downloads, like all week. So I'm kind of going to push this one here because there's a message here that needs to be said. We're going to keep this out here. And this is the 6 of Cups. Definitely past energy, right? Could be family, friends, but definitely somebody from your past here is feeling nostalgic, or you are feeling nostalgic. You have the 4 of Swords out here. So a lot of you could be getting, definitely with the moon out here, you could be getting a lot of messages. I feel like possibly your intuition. Spirit is telling you to rest right now. There's something going on. Let's see. Yeah, there's something going on. So every time I see this card, you see her stressed out with the wolf. So, and then look at this. The moon, right? And you see the 3 people here with the wolf head. So, you know that little saying, like, you know, the lone wolf? Some of you could be feeling like you're in this by yourself, right? But I feel like your spirit team is around you right now, and certain things are chaotic, but I don't know if it's for you. You got the Page of Swords. I am going to say this, right? Because I feel like people don't talk about this enough because they act like shit like this don't happen and people do it on a consistent base. I feel like maybe there's somebody projecting on you. You have the Page of Cups out here. Somebody could be projecting energy on you. And I see it, so I'm going to say it. Somebody also could be doing some bippity boppity boop magic here. Kitchen witch is around. I'm feeling like that right now. You have the Page of Pentacles. You have 3 pages out here. Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. I feel like there's a bunch of immature people watching you. I just heard Spirit just say, like, what are they watching? What are they waiting for? That's what makes me look. You got the 3 of Pentacles out here. That has to do with your finances. That could also be people. You know, we're gonna see what the reading entails. I'm just talking what I feel as of, you know, what I feel off the card as I pull it right now. We're gonna get deeper into the meaning and the readings. But you could definitely have a group of people that's working against you or possibly did something to you. Yeah, because you're the high priestess here. You're the intuitive one. You hold the key. I don't know, I'm getting some energy. Maybe somebody could be working against you, right? Or watching you, somebody from your past. You have a 9 of Cups here. Let's see, what else is the message here? Wow, you have the High Priestess and the Empress out here. So right now, your intuition is on 1,000. Some of you are definitely receiving downloads. That's Spirit telling me that you need to be listening to your intuition right now. Okay, and yes, if you're worried about if this person or entity or group of people, look, you have all 4 pages out here. We're going to see what that's about. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow, you have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords came out in reverse. So right there just showed me some fuckery. Somebody lied to you here. Somebody's doing some black magic. This person could be an Aquarius, a Libra, with the Queen of Swords out here in reverse. And then you have the Four of Wands. So with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So let's jump into this reading and really see what's going on. Collective. So this reading, this feels kind of layered, right? I feel like this one feels faded here. It is quiet, but it's intense, right? So, and with the Lovers at the bottom, this is not random. This is soul contract energy that I'm feeling, okay? This is soulmate energy for sure. Let's jump in. So at the bottom of the deck is the Lovers card, like I said, right? So the Lovers card also means choice, okay? If you guys are, learning tarot, or I like to read and teach, right? So the Lovers card is also choice, right? It's not just attraction, it's not just chemistry. It's a choice between ego and evolution as well, okay? I feel like somebody feels spiritually tied to you, but they're still wrestling with themselves here. And that's probably what this Wolf card is about. So you have the Six of Cups and the Four of Swords and the Moon. This connection feels familiar, right? So for a lot of you, this is past life energy here. This is definitely, a soul contract here. Also, there's some childhood wounds around this situation too, right? Something that's unfinished. I feel like with the Four of Swords, this tells me that there's distance between you and a person right now. Possibly, you guys are silent. You're not speaking to each other right now, or you could actually live at a distance, or I don't know, this person could have moved out or something along those lines, right? But it's definitely not a peaceful silence, okay? It's processing silence. So there's a difference between the silence. This is not peaceful. It's you processing. It's them processing. And the Moon here, I feel like there is emotions, right? There's emotions here. But with the Moon card being out here, I feel like these things haven't been spoken, right? So there's a level of confusion here. There's fear, there's insecurity, there's projection. There is someone battling their shadow right now, okay? I feel like the girl struggling with the wolf, this energy. I get, every time this shows up, I don't know, I feel like overwhelmed when I look at it. Like it's just a bunch of fucking anxiety or something, right? So the girl struggling with her wolf card. I love this imaginary because it confirms what I'm feeling, right? This person is fighting their instincts. That's what I'm getting. The person is fighting their instincts. There's a part of them that wants to run wild, right? Right? And there's a part of them that knows you require maturity. So I feel like they're trying to tame something within themselves, but they're not fully there yet, if that makes sense for you, collective. You have the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. You have 3 pages. That's immaturity energy to me, okay? You have the Page of Swords is someone's watching you. Well, you need to know that this person is watching you. I don't care if you block them on your social media, your phone. People have their ways of looking at you, right? Especially if you post content or things like that. So this person is definitely watching you. They're very curious, right? They're thinking about reaching out. I feel like with the pages here, they're very small gestures. You got the Page of Cups. That's a small gesture. That's a small apology. It's a small offer here. okay, with the Page of Pentacles. I feel like this person wants to start over in some way, but they're coming in as a student, right? Not as someone who's fully grown. And I don't know about you. I don't have time. Like, my patience is different. I certainly don't have time to raise a grown up. But they're watching you nevertheless. They're emotionally soft towards you, right? They want to invest something, but it's still page energy. So even if they're, reaching out or whatever the case is, they're still in this sort of immature energy, right? It's just a page, okay? You have the Three of Pentacles and the High Priestess out here. So you already know this. I feel like the High Priestess says you've sensed everything. The Moon, you had the intuition, right? You had the gut instinct, right? Now, some of you could have been in denial. I don't know. But the High Priestess says you've sensed everything. You don't need proof. You don't need to be physically there to know, right? You're getting your downloads, your intuition, your spidey senses are tingling here. And these cards are out here for a reason, because there's also Spirit telling you need to pay attention. Not so much pay attention. You need to listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition, right? You don't need closure. I feel like you don't need closure conversation. You're not that sort of collective. I don't feel like my collective here is that kind of collective. I feel like you already picked up on the truth energetically, right? And the Three of Pentacles says this person wants teamwork, collaboration, rebuilding. But here's the thing. You're not going to build with someone who isn't self-aware. Just period. I'll let that resonate. I'll let that sit with you for a minute, right? How could you build with someone who's not self-aware? You're self-aware. You feel as if you're in alignment, right? The Nine of Cups and the Empress, you are in wish fulfillment energy right now. That means you're high vibing. Your intuition is on 1,000. You're getting multiple downloads. You're probably creative. For some of you, you look good as shit. Well, not good as shit, because shit don't look good, but you know what I mean? You look good AF, right? A lot of you probably working out, you're standing on business, and that's very attractive within itself, right? I feel like you are the content, right? You're magnetic. You're just attractive, and you're also unbothered. The Empress does not chase. She receives. So when people, tell me, oh, I'm an Empress, everybody like to be an Empress, but yet you're chasing someone, you're chasing something, right? The Empress does not chase. She receives. So I feel like this person feels that shift in you, or they soon will feel that shift in you. I feel that, honestly, collective, you're glowing without them. And that's triggering. You have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting because there is a message coming, right? The Page of Wands is communication. The Knight of Pentacles is slow, steady movement. If they reach out, it won't be chaotic, right? It will be careful. It will be calculated. It will be a stable tone. It will be grounded, but still slow, nevertheless, right? So when this person reach out to you, for some of you, you might assume that this person did their own shadow work. But we have technically 4 pages. I haven't just gotten to the 4th page here, but 4 pages. This person ain't changed. They want to change. They haven't matured yet. So, okay, so we'll get to that. So you have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, which is in reverse, right? Now, this is where, your tension, the tension is, right? The Queen of Wands is upright and the Queen of Swords is in reverse. So you are the Queen of Wands energy, right, collective? You're confident. Again, you're magnetic, you're strong presence, right? But the Queen of Swords reverse tells me something. Either they feel like you cut them off harshly or they're afraid of your sharp truth. So, collective, I don't know why I'm hearing that you are the type of person that holds people accountable. I feel like this person loves you, but they hate to see you coming because they know you're going to hold their ass accountable. You hold people accountable. Like, I don't know why I'm getting that energy. Like, that's what I'm feeling here. With the Four of Wands, there is potential for a union here, right? Stability, home energy. It's definitely a celebration because it's the Four of Wands out here. So that's what that card is. But only if this person levels up from a page to a king. You're a whole empress out here. And empresses and high priestess and pages, it doesn't match. That's not a good match, okay? Right now, they're studying you. They're watching you. They're watching your glow, trying to decide if they can rise up to the challenge. So what I'm hearing, right? Like, I'm hearing this very clear. This person is not over you. If you think, I don't care. Please don't get up in my comments and say, oh, well, they blocked me. They don't call me. They're not talking to me. I don't care. I don't believe it. I don't even care if you tell me that the person got into a possible another relationship. This person is still watching you. They're not over you. But they're intimidated by your growth. They're intimidated by your thought process. You are stepping into Empress, Queen of Wands energy. You're a bad mother. Just a bad mother. Okay? And if you're in that energy, you are not desperate. You are not chasing. You are not explaining yourself anymore. And that makes them nervous. That makes this person nervous. Yeah. So the real message here is this connection isn't over because of lack of love. It paused because a lack of maturity, right? The Lovers at the bottom of the deck, it says the choice isn't just theirs, it's yours, right? And you are no longer choosing potential. You're choosing alignment, which is a good thing, right? Because we all fall, oh my God, how many times we fell in love with potential a person had? Shit, potential will keep you stuck for 2 years. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay? And you're no longer doing that. You're choosing alignment. This was deep. So anyway, look, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to try to do a couple of more readings. Yeah, this person got to mature. You are wish fulfillment. You're the high priestess. Like, you don't need to be there to know that this person did some BS. You understand what I'm saying? You follow your instinct. Stay alert. Stay focused. I'm not saying you don't have to deal with this person. I'm just saying, like, if this person do come back around, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make this person prove they want to be with you. Don't mistaken this whole, I hate to use the terminology, what is that, love bombing thing for them loving you, right? Don't fall for the pretty words, okay? At this point now, someone has to show and prove, because the bottom line is your spirit team is just really not going to allow it to happen, period. Your sword is drawn. You're in the Queen of Wands energy. You're the high priestess and the empress. Your spirit team is all around you. They're not going to allow it. Okay, so You could either make it easier on yourself and, again, follow your intuition, you pray on it, or you can make it hard on yourself, go against your intuition, go against your instinct, and end up in this whole silly ass cycle all over again. All right, so listen, this is your reading. Thank you for joining me today in the ethers. I will see you guys next time. Ciao.